Okay, so now, how many of you can read and write? You're all better prepared to be successful right now than I was when I started. So that should be encouraging to you, shouldn't it? How many of you have actually been homeless? I'm the only guy? Jeez, man, don't make me feel bad. You're going to have a complex. Okay, so you heard a little bit about my background. Now I'm going to kind of expand on what both of them said. How many of you have a dream? I don't even think I'm going to use the PowerPoint. How many of you have a dream of what it is you want to do? How are you going to make that dream become reality? We heard he had a dream. He started with $20,000 of savings, and he started a business and was working out of his father's office. She had a dream. She went to college. She worked very hard. She wanted to get ahead. No one would do it. She opened up her own company, and she just started it and ran with it. Do you see a pattern here? What do you think the pattern is? Oh, come on, guys. There is a definite pattern here. Okay, pop quiz time. What is the pattern? Motivation. What else? Ambition. What else? Doing it. Vision. How many of you take vitamins every day? What are in these vitamins? Is there vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E? Well, I take a special set of vitamins every day. But what do you think my vitamins stand for? What do you think vitamin A, for my prescription for success, stands for? You all need to, you're in class, so take notes. Okay, get ready to write this down. Vitamin A, you have to have the right attitude. You have to have the right attitude. You have to work to your ability. Vitamin B, what do you think vitamin B stands for? You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in your company, your product, your service. Do you think either one of these people would be here today if they didn't believe in what it was that they were doing? Of course not. Vitamin C, what do you think vitamin C stands for? Cash, that's a good one. Absolutely. C, don't know what CFN is?
Courage.
I'm sorry?
Courage.
No. We're going to get back to vitamin C, but he said cash. There's something else I love. CFN. Anyone know what that stands for? Cash flow now! If you don't have steady cash flow into your business, you have a very expensive hobby. I'm in business to make money. How many people want to make money? How many people want to lose money? No one's hands up. Okay, vitamin C. You have to have courage, commitment, and character to be a successful entrepreneur. Does that make sense? What about vitamin D? What do you think vitamin D stands for to be successful? You have to have drive, determination, and discipline. Vitamin E. Anyone want to take a stab at what vitamin E stands for? No one? Dr. J, what are you teaching these people? Vitamin E. You have to strive for excellence. You have to give it 100% of your effort. And you have to have empathy for others. And then I developed my own very special vitamin, vitamin F. Does anyone know what vitamin F stands for? No one? Focus. You have to be focused. You have to have faith in what it is you're doing. And what's the last most important thing that vitamin F stands for? You have to have fun. You need to enjoy what it is that you do, because you're going to be doing an awful lot of it. So you might as well enjoy what it is that you're doing. So, pop quiz. Vitamin A? I can't hear you. Vitamin B? Vitamin C? starts with C. Vitamin D. Vitamin E. Vitamin F. Okay, now guess what? If you take your daily prescription, your vitamins for success, every day, without fail, no exceptions, guess what? What was that? You will succeed. Say that a little louder. I don't think everyone heard you.
You will succeed.
Thank you. Now, being an old rodeo guy, it is better to have spent 7 seconds in the saddle and end up with a face full of dirt than to have spent a lifetime in the stands. Now, I used to box in the Marine Corps, and I was a Texas State Golden Glove champion. And when I got into the Marines, I was a middleweight, and I would spar with heavyweights. I would get knocked down a lot. But you know what I think fortitude is? It's not how many times you get knocked down. It's how many times you get back up. Get back in the game of life. Do you want to be a spectator sitting on the sides and just watching life go by? Or do you want to be in the game?
Ability. We all must live up to our full ability to realize our potential. Abilities are useless unless they are used. Latent abilities are like clay. It can be mud on shoes, bricks in a building, or made into a beautiful statue that all who see it will admire the beauty. The clay is the same. The end result is what you do with the clay. In the business world, companies are run by leaders, not by bosses. Ask yourself, are you a boss or a leader? Do you know the difference? There's a big difference between being a boss and being a leader. The boss depends upon his authority to hire and fire. The leader on goodwill. The boss says, I. The leader says, we. When something breaks, the boss is looking for who to blame. The leader simply fixes the problem, moves on. There's a big difference between being a boss and being a leader. Most failing organizations are overmanaged and underled. So let's review some events. I failed all the way through elementary, junior high, and high school. I graduated from high school at age 20. Went into the Marine Corps, honorably discharged at 24. Failed in college at 25. Again failed in college at 26. I started my first small business at 27, which failed. It left me homeless at 28 for about 6 months. At 28 and a half, I got married. It was a good way to no longer be homeless. At 29, went back to college, failed again. Age 30, started my second business. At age 31, I lost my first child. At age 32, my business won the first of numerous business awards. At 33, my company went international to 16 foreign markets. At 34, I won Entrepreneur of the Year. At 34 and a half, I received venture capital financing. At 35, I sold my company. At 36, I wrote the first of 2 books. At 37, I started my professional speaking career. I'll have to let you know what happens this year. So now remember, when I wrote my first book, people said, Steve who? So it doesn't matter if you weren't popular in high school, weren't a straight A student, didn't make the football team, you can still achieve phenomenal success. Past failure does not have to limit your future. And past success is no guarantee of future success. Fears fade when facts are faced. My dear friend Zig Ziglar wrote, failure is an event, not a person. And ladies and gentlemen, I am living proof. Ultimate customer service. Mother's Day weekend. I'm doing a speech in Kansas City. I get on a plane, fly out of Newark into Kansas City. Has anyone been to the Kansas City airport? It's a small little airport. The baggage carousel is right next to where you board and exit the plane. And so I'm standing there by the baggage carousel, and I'm looking out the window, and I see the little carts with all the little luggage on it, and I see this black hanging bag, and it goes to fall off of the cart. Now the little chain with the hook on it catches onto the cart, and now it's getting drug all over the tarmac. And the tire is hitting the bag. I'm thinking, gee, somebody's bag is getting really trashed. Little did I know, it was my bag. Now it is Saturday night at 8 o'clock in Kansas City. I've never been to Kansas City in my life. I have a speech to do on all things Mother's Day the next day at 3 o'clock. I'm a short, heavy-set man. I cannot go and buy clothes off the rack at just any place. I call the concierge at my hotel, and he says, I'll do what I can. He calls Nordstrom's in Kansas City. They opened up 2 hours early on Mother's Day with a tailor so that they could get me fitted for suit, tie, shirt, shoes, the whole bit, and got me back to my hotel 45 minutes before my first presentation. Now, the customer service that I got from the hotel, which was the Hyatt, with the concierge, was absolutely outstanding. This young man drove me in his car all the way out to the mall, made arrangements for the mall to open up 2 hours early, the Nordstrom store for me, waited there the whole time, and then drove me back to my hotel. Went back later that same day and picked up the rest of my clothes and had it hanging in my closet when I returned back to my hotel room. Now, also, Nordstrom's did an outstanding job of opening up 2.5 hours early on Mother's Day to get me fitted for my suits. Now I go with my little receipts for my clothes that were damaged by Continental back to them, and I give them the receipts for my clothes. And they said, well, we're sorry, Mr. Bacque, but we don't pay that much. Each ticketed passenger is only covered up to $1,200. I was like, gee, what am I going to do? Because these clothes at Nordstrom's totaled up a little more than that. One suit was a little more than that. So I get into a debate with Continental Airlines, and I discuss customer service. And I talk about, gee, you know, I would probably tell hundreds of people of the outstanding service that I got at the Hyatt. And I will probably tell hundreds more people of the outstanding service I got at Nordstrom's. And I said, I can even tell more people about the lousy service I got. So now, what do you think the end result was?